Welcome, Commanders. This is Cyber Circuits, and today we're flying the Fer-de-Lance to tackle an epic mission in Elite Dangerous. Is everybody ready? If you're here for data courier runs or some intense bounty hunting, you're in the right place. I am ready to rock and roll. I'm just going to do some tests before I start the stream to make sure my audio is working, and we will get going. I am super stoked. Love this game. Tackle an epic mission in Elite Dangerous. Is everybody ready? If you're here for data courier runs or some intense... Alright. So, here's where we're at. I'm going to go in open play, and when we get loaded into the game, I'm going to be at one of the mega ships, the anti-Xeno mega ships. I'm not doing any Thargoid hunting today, but I do plan to do that when I have some more time. For now, though, I'm a brand new streamer. I've been playing Elite Dangerous for less than a year now. I used to play with some really great folks. I'm looking to create a wing or join one as well, or a squadron, whatever the names are here. So, drop a like. I will be giving a $5 gift card to anybody that is for Amazon. It's an American citizen. Now, there are some restrictions that apply based on laws. So, if you email my email address, which I'll end up putting in the description, I'll send you that $5 gift card if you're the first one to subscribe. But in the meantime, I want to have some fun here. So, I'm in my Fer-de-Lance just as I expected, and let's just get started. Let's go to the surface here and move forward. I'm going to go to a what's called a resource extraction site. That's where miners can, gather some cool resources, but that's where a lot of the pirates end up hunting at. And I wanted to some quick, clean way to make some credits in this game without having to do some advanced missions or end up places you may not know if you're brand new. Alright, let's get started. I'm going to go straight for an auto.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
See where our resource extraction sites are. You can filter this by points of interest, and then I'm going to go find a whole bunch of them. There's some conflict zones in here. There's high resource extraction sites here. I'm not necessarily interested in those just because I am by myself right now. I've been playing the game enough to feel confident enough to take on some of the pirates that are there. But the low here is a good start for streaming, so I can enjoy talking and I have to focus on getting moving there. But let's get on our way. First thing I'm going to do here, see it right here. I'm smiling, so it's like it, haha. But I'm mask locked, so what ends up happening is I can't move into my next phase of activate my frame shift drive until I'm out of that mask lock state. This means I'm computer heavy objects such as
Frame shift drive charging.
A planet, orbital body, space station,
4,
etc.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
Yeah. I always love these transitions. Look at these rings. Like I am it's almost like skating on the rings. Let me see if I can get a cool video. If I was in VR, this would be so cool because I would have been just able to literally look over and see that without having to crash into the orbital body. But here we go. Slow down here. Around, taking in like a extended look in this pattern here. I did this in my last video, so hopefully I get a little bit better at the entryway here to get into this one here. The cool part about this, this game here is it's just absolutely so beautiful. You can see nebulas in the background, the stars all over the picture. It's just so clear. It's just absolutely stunning to see. When we get back to the station, I'll kind of show you my loadout here. This loadout is a really well-built loadout for a lot of folks. It's not necessarily the most expensive build-out either, but it's highly effective in combat, especially for folks that are just trying to get into the game without spending, an arm and a leg trying to, have an effective ship. Now, there are tons of ways to get into this, this game without having to spend tons of time accumulating credits. But this is one of the great ships to do so. Now that I started playing in open, I hope I'm pretty good approach today. I mean, I'm lined up pretty good. The orbital body itself, the actual planet, isn't too close. It still took a long time to get here. Normally it doesn't take that long. Alright, looks like we ended up flying into this different area of the, or a different time of day, I guess, or a different time of year, because the asteroid belt was actually a little bit more, if you will, visible. And when last time I was in here, it was so dark, I could not see any of these asteroids. Now that we're in here, I'm going to fly around, circle around, so we can see this. I do see some targets, so we're going to start going over here and start scanning as long as they're not. So first targets.
Scan detected.
Nope. They're clean.
Scan detected.
I'm still getting back in the game, so bear with me as I get my presentation. I'm not used to talking about consuming streaming.
Under attack. Target shields offline.
Alright, let's go.
Scan detected.
Let's go.
Target destroyed.
Woo!
Scan detected.
I did take some damage, as you can see in the shields from that, which is, I'm not sure if that was from his actual, did actually explode.
Target destroyed.
So the goal long term is actually to use most of our maybe get your Discord channel, get some folks that just like to play on the weekends, you know, get out there, maybe create the first folks to be able to stations and fire stations out there. I'm kind of interested to see how it's going to work because the economy isn't like really, like I'm not sure how the economy works in this game, if it's based on like actual player interaction and actual requirements for resources. But I do find that it makes me feel like it's kind of cool to see with that if players can create their own world-driven economies. Now with that said, I hope it doesn't take away from the gameplay of you know, folks that just like to get out of a spaceship and fly around and blow stuff up. I'm being very, very overly cautious compared to these levels just because some of these are as a matter of fact, I got a clear path through here, and I am going to. Night vision on if I can figure out how to do it. Alright, so I didn't like how I wasn't able to see some turtles. So the ship has this really cool night vision, and I'm able to like use that to navigate the turtle.
Scan detected.
Alright, so it looks like here is probably all kind of cleaned up for now. There's some of these spots. Folks in there. The sun. So every system, generally speaking, like when you warp to call it warp, have a frame shift drive and way of traveling between solar systems. Always land near one of the suns in that solar system. And this game is so cool because it has like literally, what is it?
Frameshift drive charging.
Like procedurally generated environments, which is
4,
just so
3,
awe-inspiring.
2,
I
1. Engage.
Alright, let's Super Cruise, move in, line up to my target over here, which is the nav beacon. I'm gonna fly under the rings of this gas giant here. Alright, so I think this ship, I can get lazy here and use what's called Super Cruise Assist, so I can kind of relax for a minute. So the ship has taken over its computer systems. It's just going to fly a straight line there, but it's going to maintain like a good speed and distance, and it'll kind of just drop in right when we need it to. The only thing I have to worry about is interdictions, but in this system I haven't encountered any of those. That's when someone can kind of like grab me in this Super Cruise, and they I have to try to evade and fight into the other. Right now I'm using some gimbaled weapons, and it makes things so much easier when I have these gimbaled weapons on. What happens is I just have to focus on like locking on my targets, and these guns, they just go away as long as I'm in range and they are able to have line of sight to the target. They'll literally just go to town. It's just super effective there. Now, one of the things that I like about the Fer-de-Lance compared to other ships is its versatility and the fact that it has good speed and maneuverability. So it's a perfect combat ship. It seems to be meaty enough to be able to take on a lot of the enemies I take on. In combat, where there's a lot of support, there's a lot more. The Fer-de-Lance, it can be more survivable if there's a lot of other people available, like if you're going in there with like a group, or if I'm going in there with a group of folks like I used to. Makes it more survivable, especially for the budget. So check this out, where I'm at, this is, what is it, a supernova. Most are regular stars and suns like we have here. In this case, this is an anomaly, but it is super beautiful, isn't it, to like fly into space and see something like this. Alright, so that beacon's still kind of far away. Usually it will, just bring in and go super close, super fast. But now, if there are any live viewers on, I can't see my chat, so if you're chatting and you're in there now, welcome. But if you have an opportunity, what's one of the best things about the Fer-de-Lance that you like? What is your preference as far as weapons, and what's your favorite ship? You can let me know in the chat, or leave a comment later, and we can have a discussion. We can talk about that in the next episode. It'd be awesome. Alright, so we're in. So at the nav beacon, you land in here, you'll have a bunch of ships that NPCs. What I'm going to do now is I am going to turn my night vision off. That's not necessary. I'm going to start scanning some of these ships that I'm going to see. So the net beacon is pretty cool. Let me just show you how to scan it. When I first started to play this game, I had such a hard time trying to figure out how to scan it. So what I would do is I would fly right to the nav beacon itself. see this here? You see on the lower left-hand corner how it's scanning now? I was locked on to the actual navigation waypoint over here, but the actual object is over here. So if you look at my radar, it is a white object as opposed to like an actual ship. So this will be the same color as like salvage, almost like an inanimate object. It's already done scanning, and what that does is that gives me information about everything that's known in this system already. You can correct me if I'm wrong on that part there, but that's how you scan the nav beacon. When I first started playing, I would just sit there and I would line up with this thing over here, and I would try effortlessly. I would get as close to this yellow nav beacon here, or orange, and it would never scan, and I finally figured out that it's the actual beacon itself. And let me show you, let me see if I can get super close to it while we're here. We're flying around in space, just having a joyride. So let me try to get as close as I can to this. It's an actual satellite in space. So this is an actual nav beacon here in space.
Under attack.
Let's go!
Under attack. Target shields offline. Target destroyed.
So, yes, I contributed too much to that one, but system throwing must took care of that.
Scan detected.
Let's get out of here. That's fun.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
So right now I'm just going to go back to Rescue Ship Cornwallis. This is kind of difficult to go back in if you watch my live stream. It's not necessarily like super quick to go from the location we were at to get in there. usually they're orbiting the body and it's just easy to line up and go in there, but here I have to contend with the rings. Right now I can sit here and relax because my Super Cruise Assist is on. I can move forward here. So our first goal here when we get back here is to dock successfully at the rescue ship Cornwallis. Once we do that, I will go into the missions and try to find what are called a data mission, Courier mission. And what we'll do is we'll load that, accept the mission, it'll automatically load the data on my ship. I don't have to do anything other than just load the data on the accept the mission. Once that's done, I can go in there and find the actual with the solar system that it's actually at. And once I'm at that system, I go to the destination location and deliver the data. Now this can get tricky sometimes if it is a location that you don't have access to for whatever reason. Maybe there's a permit required, or it ends up in a spot that they just don't let you in due to alliances, or not allegiance, but influence or reputation. So you have to be liked enough. Sometimes they won't accept grant access to it, or if you've done something where you're wanted and it's like a station that doesn't allow it, they won't let you in to deliver it. But in this case, we should be allowed to deliver this data as long as we pick the right areas. There are a lot of experts that play this game, and they can certainly correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to steer you wrong. I'm here just right now to play the game, have some fun. Look at this. This is such a great trajectory. This is perfect. I can't wait to get a graphics card where that looks super realistic. Considering I've only been playing this game for less than a year, I'm super stoked to see what dragons are coming now. I think that it should be a lot of fun.
Docking request granted.
Open world projects where we can actually build what we want to build as a groups of folks in the game. It would be super cool if there was like a link to have more people play and interact with each other. These are just thoughts. I'm sure that the game developers are spending a lot of time thinking about this and stuff. Look how easy this is right now with all these modules for auto docking.
Landing gear deployed.
Alright, here we go. Incoming for the landing. Should be some landing. Computer's got it, but I am ready to take over if the computer does something crazy. I have seen when I first started this game in certain stations that have rings orbiting them on the wrong trajectory, that it will crash it into a ship. So sometimes
docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Have it. Usually go and start with services or what I'd like to go. And I'm going to access the mission board here. In this case, I'm not exactly, I'm really not caring which faction this is for. Some people have a certain area where they're helping out the faction that they're part of for whatever agenda that they might have personally. Where I'm at right now, I'm just trying to have some fun and contribute to the game here. So here we go. So here's an internal report delivery is actually what they're called here. So I apologize if I use the wrong. If I use like another game's terminology. So these aren't necessarily worth a lot of credits, and they're kind of quite a lot of jumps for some people, but for me, I think that I should be able to jump fairly quickly to where I want to get to. I have a fuel scoop, so I'm not too worried about it. Alright, let's give it a shot and see if I have access to this. Bunsen, Basin, unknown. So there's no threat, we'll just accept it. I would normally take the Mandalay, but I have the Fer-de-Lance, and I just kind of want to see how long it takes me to get there with the Fer-de-Lance. I'm going in here. This is going to bring me right to where I need to, and it's going to allow me to kind of see where the mission's at. And then from here, I'm going to go select where I need to go. So I am over here. I want to go here. It's going to take me 2 jumps, and let's see, it's at a fuel star, and I'm pretty sure I have a fuel scoop, but let me just check just in case. Fuel scoops are super important if you are traveling, and it allows you to get fuel from the sun and go much further without having to refuel at a station. And it's kind of cool if you end up in the middle of space where there are no space stations anywhere around you. So I do have a fuel scoop. It does take a while to get some gas here, but considering I can do that without a problem. Alright. I was confused for a second. She was spinning around.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
Alright, so we successfully docked in Cornwallis. We got ourselves a mission, and now we're going to go to the next step. So first off, I'm kind of going to take my way away from the restraints here. I'm going to get myself out of mass lock here, and then I'm going to charge my frame shift drive in this direction. I've already made a decision that this is probably the best way for me to do this. So I'm going straight to where I want to go. I just know that
Frame shift drive charging.
for some time while it's in the charging, just to gain some distance away from them, so I don't get mass locked again. And then before it's actually ready to charge. Fully charged. I'm going to be in the direction where I want to go and away from it.
Ready to engage. 3, 2,
Some people
1.
have
Engage.
considering that I was like literally in rings, I just felt like I didn't want to risk trying to line up through rings for the planet. Now I'm jumping this time rather than in system to another system itself, right? Look, I just landed right outside of the sun here. So I still have gas to make the next jump.
Fuel scooping.
Initiate a fuel scoop just for the first time here, just to see what I can do here. I'm watching my heat right now as I go through here. I try to keep the sun kind of like in the right position. I have to use my radar here. Some people, I'm sure, have their own ways of knowing about business.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
I usually like to actually look at the sun, but since it's streaming right now, I have not.
Frame shift drive charging.
Try to change my views around and kind of look up at it. Not the most efficient way to do it, but I'm doing it.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Look how beautiful this is.
Incoming mission critical message. Fuel scooping.
Now the problem is if you don't do this correctly, this fuel scooping that I'm doing right now, the temperature will start to rise and will start to smoke your
Warning. Temperature critical.
smoke your systems and start to damage them. So sometimes it's kind of important to have an eye on what you're doing. So I'm at 90%. That's kind of close. So I'm going to kind of dive off here. It's a bad approach. I haven't played the Fer-de-Lance.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Gas here. And now I want to go to where my mission is. This is cool that it's in blue already. It's ready to go. Makes things really quick. I'm going to line back up with it after I got some distance between the sun and myself. Some people have their own ways for lining things up. I just kind of do what works for me here in an efficient manner. Um, so check this out. Super Cruise Assist, look hands off. I don't recommend this for new players. I mean, sometimes you get interdicted, or I'm in open play, so there could be players out here, who knows. It's kind of generally near where the Thargoids are, so there could be some folks out here that are actually at the ship here to get anti-Xeno equipment to go fight the Thargoids. So that is always a danger in open play, but I prefer playing online. I enjoy like the company of people, so I like the thought of open playing in open play no matter what. I know some people can be nasty, but this game is kind of the community is like literally awesome. I mean, everybody that plays this game is off the hook awesome. Now, when we get done here, we're gonna wrap the stream up. This is my second stream. The goal of the stream here is just a proof of concept to make sure that I can successfully stream. In my live streams, I'm gonna make sure that my audience has a clear, concise structure to what they're watching, so they don't feel confused. So you folks or anybody watching this doesn't feel confused later. But I've got myself a script here that should be very helpful in keeping things together. The description will be able to kind of show any tools that I am using. There is going to be tons of content going forward. So for example, there's some third-party tools that I've been really wanting to try out, and I'm going to try them out on the stream brand new, just to kind of show you like what it would be like if somebody just purchased these products or downloaded these free products and tried to set them up. So it's going to be really awesome to get some folks involved here. It'd be cool to see your advice too, and have an opportunity to hopefully see some folks in game. Yeah, look how great this. Like, there's nothing cooler like free folks. It's weird streaming right now. I'm talking to myself, right? But see that plan in the upper right-hand corner over there? If I was in VR right now, or you yourself as a viewer are playing this game, and or if you were trying to decide on the game that you would want to play, or you're throwing VR up in the air, I'll tell you what. The views that they have with a VR headset and these ships, to look over at that planet right now as you're going to Munson Base from this angle here is absolutely stunning. It will blow your mind. You will absolutely love it. Alright, we're going in. I'm going to go here. I'm going to set up contacts when we're requesting docking. I'm looking at my distance. I'm at
Docking request granted.
5 or closer. I'm going to bring my throttle back, and it's going to go into an auto dock procedure here. So the access was granted to the landing, or the landing. So in this case, I'll be able to successfully dock this and jump off the data and move to the next step.
Landing gear deployed.
The next stream, I guess, I'll show you how I land without the AI. My approach is more helicopter, where I dive in, pull up, and then just kind of level out. I've seen this on helicopters land.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Go into starport services. So essentially, for a data mission that I just did here, you can have literally any ship to do this. You can be a brand new player and do this mission. So I'm going to go over here to complete missions, internal report delivery, and I'm going to select one of these. Each one of these, this one has like a reward, as well as a cash reward and some reputation. So it almost looks identical to this, but there is some extra reputation. And then there's the influence one, where you can get some extra influence. Some of them give you items that you might need to engineer, make your ship better. But for this, I'm going to pick reputation. So as you can see on the right, or as I can see, hopefully you can see it too, but on the right there were some increases for that action there. I'm going to go back, I'm going to exit, and I'm going to go back to where I was, because I'm going to be ending the stream where I started. Back to the system map. There are other ways to do this, but I'm going to do this for now. Oh. My mistake. I'm going to go to the galaxy now. So I'm going to find where I want to go, and I am going to, if it'll cooperate, plot a course here. And I'm going to launch. You can do this while you launch, however you like. For now I'm streaming, so I'm taking my time. Hope I can get on here.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged. Frameshift drive charging.
I'm using an X52 controller. It works really well. It's not necessarily the premium controller. It does work though.
Ready to engage.
I don't definitely have any problems.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
It's very versatile. I've got buttons for both my hands that work for basics of this game, which is super cool. It's designed also to be played on like the PlayStation and Xbox.
Fuel scooping.
So if they, I'm sure that this is overkill for this, but it just gives it so much flexibility using these, and I just love just holding on to two controllers, just allowing them to be able to have that flexibility. It also allows like a lot of flexibility.
Warning. Temperature critical. Fuel scoop disengaged.
I got really hot.
Frameshift drive charging.
What'll make you sick flying
4,
around here?
3, 2, 1. Engage.
It's airplane, right? Just put it in as well. Because it needs to be there. Successfully land on the ship, and we're going to wrap up the stream for today. Normally I can play for hours here. I've done some exploration, to jump off topic here, and it is really cool sometimes to jump in some parts of this, like this game. There are literally systems out there that are super unique, super beautiful, with some super awesome terrain on the planets that you can land on. I have found life all over the place in this game, and it is super exciting to be the first time to be the first person to find that planet, land on that planet, and then be the first person to find a living creature there. I'm not sure if I was the first person to discover that type of life form, but I would imagine that if somebody was really out there, I'm sure that the life form would probably be unique to that specific area of the universe, but I am not a computer, nor do I know the computer logic, but it's still a lot of fun. This game also has first-person shooting type gameplay, which is super cool. You can take literally go from flying a spaceship, land on a planet, get out of your spaceship, and play first-person mode. It has everything anybody can ever want in a game. So I looked up in the upper right-hand corner. It shows impact. So normally that would be the case if I were to not be going to the rescue ship Cornwallis. What that's telling me is that there is something that is on my current path that is close enough to be impacted in. So say I was flying on this trajectory to another object behind it at this angle, I would impact this asteroid belt or that rescue ship Cornwallis. So that is a warning for anybody. If you have no idea what that meant, now you do. Alright, my game is having problems transitioning right now.
Docking request denied. Docking request granted.
So it was denied because I was trying to align the time that I pressed the button at 7.5, and I pressed it just a second too soon. So I was going for efficiency there because then I could just pull the throttle back and just kind of relax. But if it wasn't accepted, I would have just kept flying straight. Now, I'm smart enough to know not to, and I'm sure everybody else here watching this video is too, but if I didn't do anything about it, I would have flying straight to the station. Look how beautiful this is in the background of the asteroid.
Landing gear deployed. Docking successful.
Successful!
Engines
All right.
disengaged.
Alright, so in this live stream, what we primarily did was go over a few things, such as flying to a resource site to catch some bounties on Wanted. We visited a nav beacon and we tried to scan the nav beacon, which we were successful at. I showed you what you're actually looking for at the nav beacon. We did a internal report delivery, which is kind of delivering data from station to station, which we were able to successfully do today. And then we were able to go back to our original point. We did some fuel scooping. I had some problems today in the Fer-de-Lance trying to do it with my view as well as live streaming, but I'm sure next time I'll show off my skills for everybody. So thanks for flying with me today. If you enjoyed the stream, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more Elite Dangerous adventures. I will see you I will see you in Elite Dangerous in the plethora of space here. And next time we're going to be taking the Fer-de-Lance into an actual combat mission, and we're going to do that. Stay tuned. Look forward to making this channel look as professional and make everybody entertained. Thank you for joining Cyber Circuits.